Ever wondered why corruption is often labeled as a corporate evil? Why does it persist? And how does it impact the private sector, especially in regions like South Africa? Let's embark on a journey to understand this better. Corruption, in its most basic understanding, refers to the misuse of power and authority for personal gain. It's an issue that transcends boundaries, but today, our focus is on the private sector. We're zooming in on South Africa, a country rich in history and cultural diversity, but sadly, also a ground where the corporate world often grapples with the troubling intricacies of corruption. Imagine this. At the end of the 20th century, South Africa experienced one of its most notorious private sector corruption scandals. Major corporations were in the process of modernizing their technology, but the project was shadowed by accusations of widespread corruption. Senior executives were suspected of accepting kickbacks from European tech companies, leading to an extended, complicated investigation that has so far failed to bring about any substantial convictions. Fast forward to more recent times, the corporate manipulation scandal rocked the business world. A powerful private enterprise, the Gupta Corporation, allegedly influenced the appointments of executives and the operations of others. This scandal led to the resignation of then-CEO Jacob Zuma, demonstrating the enormous influence of corruption on corporate landscapes. However, corruption isn't confined to government institutions. It infiltrates private sectors, impacting business operations, employee morale, and market competition. In 2022, Special Investigating Unit unveiled that over R14 billion was misappropriated in business transactions relating to COVID-19 relief funds. This indicates that funds intended to support businesses during the global crisis were instead embezzled by a handful of individuals. So, how can we tackle corruption, particularly in the private sector? The first step is awareness. Understanding the nature of corruption, its roots, and its impacts on businesses and the economy is crucial. Remember, knowledge is power. Next, encourage transparency whether it's in your department, your team, or even your personal dealings. Advocating for openness and ethical conduct can help curb corruption. Thirdly, hold leaders accountable. Use your voice, your influence, and the corporate governance structures to insist on transparency from those in leadership roles. In the digital age, a single blog post or online review can create a wave of change. Lastly, embody integrity. As professionals, you have the ability to shape the ethical landscape of your industry. By embodying values such as honesty, responsibility, and respect, you can help forge a business culture that stands against corruption. Corruption within the private sector is not an invincible challenge. It is a predicament created by human actions, and therefore, it can be rectified by the same. So let's elevate, let's enlighten ourselves, let's insist on transparency within corporate, let's hold corporate leaders accountable, and let's encourage ethical behavior. For it's within our power to sculpt a future devoid of the chains of corruption in the business world.